On a crisp November day in 2025, Sweden made Canada an extraordinary offer. 88 state-of-the-art Saab Gripen E and F fighter jets. This wasn't just a sales pitch. It was a diplomatic mission led by King Carl XVI Gustaf himself, backed by Sweden's top officials. The proposal was tailored for Canada, promising not just aircraft, but a strategic partnership and co-creation in global aerospace. The number of jets matched Canada's F-35 commitment, arriving just as Ottawa was reconsidering its current path. The Gripen's ability to operate from short runways, its low costs, and advanced electronic warfare made it ideal for Canada's vast geography and Arctic defense. Sweden's message was clear. This was about more than hardware. It was about building a lasting alliance rooted in shared values and collective security. The offer challenged Canada to rethink its future fighter program, with consequences for its military, industry, and global relationships. With the Swedish monarch's presence, the proposal became a symbol of a new era in bilateral cooperation. The decision now rested with Canada. Beneath the surface, Sweden's offer was driven by urgency, arming Ukraine. In October 2025, Ukraine signaled intent to acquire up to 150 Gripens, a massive order Sweden alone couldn't fulfill. Saab needed a powerful production partner, and Canada's advanced aerospace sector was the answer. The proposal would make Canada a co-producer, supporting both its own air force and Ukraine's defense. This move aligned with Canada's strong support for Ukraine and its large Ukrainian diaspora. By joining forces, Canada could directly bolster Ukraine's fight for survival while securing its own military needs. The plan transformed a procurement decision into a strategic act of solidarity. It wove together the interests of Sweden, Canada, and Ukraine into a single industrial effort. Accepting the offer would make Canada a linchpin in Western security assistance to Eastern Europe. The Swedish proposal was more than a business deal. It was a call to action. At the heart of Sweden's offer, profound industrial benefits for Canada. Saab proposed building Gripens in Canada, likely with Bombardier, creating up to 10,000 high-skilled jobs. The deal included full technology transfer, giving Canada sovereign control over its fighter fleet, something the F-35 program can't match. Canadian engineers would access source codes and intellectual property, ensuring long-term independence. The partnership would integrate Canadian companies into the global Gripen supply chain, boosting hundreds of local businesses. For a government seeking guaranteed economic returns, this was a game-changer. Saab's offer promised not just jobs, but a new era of industrial self-reliance and innovation. The Gripen could become a symbol of Canadian technological independence. The Swedish offer arrived as Canada's F-35 program faced growing doubts. With only 16 F-35s in production and the rest under review, Ottawa was rethinking its commitment amid rising US-Canada tensions. The F-35's dependence on US technology and uncertain industrial benefits raised concerns about sovereignty and economic returns. In contrast, Saab's promise of 10,000 jobs and a Canadian assembly line stood out. The F-35's delayed timeline, first jets arriving in 2028, full fleet by 2034, left a window for alternatives. Saab argued Gripens could be delivered faster with a Canadian production line. Political friction, economic uncertainty, and long timelines forced Canada to reconsider its path. The Gripen emerged as a serious contender for Canada's future fighter fleet. The idea of switching to Gripens, or operating both Gripens and F-35s, sparked fierce debate. Critics, including former RCAF leaders, warned that a mixed fleet would be costly and complex, arguing for the F-35's unmatched stealth and technology. They claimed two fleets would create logistical chaos and inefficiency in wartime. But Sweden countered Nordic countries already integrate Gripens and F-35s seamlessly. The Gripen is fully NATO compliant, able to share data and coordinate with allied F-35s. Supporters argued a mixed fleet could be a strategic advantage, complicating enemy defenses and enhancing resilience. The Gripen's electronic warfare could open paths for F-35 strikes, creating a versatile force. The debate was about more than logistics. It was about competing visions for Canada's air power. The Gripen's global momentum strengthened Sweden's case. Ukraine's interest in up to 150 Gripens signaled confidence in the jet's combat capabilities. Colombia and Brazil have also chosen the Gripen, with Brazil operating its own production line, a model Saab offered to Canada. Thailand's repeat orders showed long-term satisfaction. These international successes proved the Gripen's reliability, adaptability, and appeal. For Canada, joining the Gripen program meant joining a growing global network. The Gripen was no longer a risky bet. It was a world-class fighter with proven partners. Sweden's Gripen proposal is part of a broader strategy to deepen its NATO role and forge new alliances. The offer to Canada goes beyond jets. It includes advanced surveillance aircraft and submarines, building on existing Saab bombardier partnerships. Sweden aims to become a comprehensive defense partner for Canada, modernizing air, sea, and surveillance capabilities. For Canada, the choice is profound: embrace industrial sovereignty and a new European partnership, or stick with the familiar US-led F-35 path. Choosing Gripen would make Canada central to supporting Ukraine and diversifying its defense relationships. The decision will shape Canada's industry, independence, and strategic role for decades. The Swedish offer is more than a fighter jet. It's an invitation to co-author a new chapter in Canada's history. The crossroads is clear. The choice is Canada's to make.